So we're here. We're at the Raven Inn, just outside of Culcheth. It's the lovely little pub. Got some, got a Guinness on, and I'm on the lattes. Once a coffee nerd, always a coffee nerd. Got a few questions for you. First one by Vincent Walsh. Who's your favourite young gun in Sheppey?
What, the Isle of Sheppey?
Isle of Sheppey.
My favourite young gun. It's not Vince Walsh.
Sorry. You asked.
It was one of the good ones, Vince. No, he's a nice bloke, Vince. It was my favourite. Yeah, well, you had some good players on the Isle of Sheppey. They always had a good Super League team. Dave Cooper and I forget who beat me in the final in Gold Cup now. What's his name? They're going to kick me in, They're going to kick me. Off the top of my head, I can't remember their name now. But anyway, Vince Walsh was one of them. It was like a load of young guns for that Super League team at the time back in the late 80s, and they were a good side. But he didn't win it.
You did, made sure. Yeah. The only thing I know from the Isle of Sheppey, because I'm a bit of a wrestling fan, there's a British wrestler called Zack Sabre Jr., and he's doing amazing things in Japan at the moment. He won their world titles.
Oh,
And he's very proud of being from the Isle of Sheppey. He's very, they call him the Harry Potter because it's a wizard. He does all the what we would call world of sport wrestling. The classic British style, but he's taking that all over the world. But
so you used to go on a Wednesday Super League, Kent Super League there. They've got a new bridge now, or brand new. Well, they're 10, 12 years old now, but the old bridge, if the old bridge was open, you had to sit there for ages. You couldn't get home. It went about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
If you just come out the Super League and they'd open the bridge, you'd have it.
And it's on a weekday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Super League here is on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So
they play Wednesdays,
it's weird how different places do it on different days. And some of them they do women's and men's and
Sussex. I don't know if they're doing now. They used to have a mixed summer league, mixed. Yeah, you play mixed pairs too.
Yeah. How does that get It's a county and stuff like that. So, question 2. So, you've had many rivalries, or you had many classic games against the bigger names, but who was your favourite player to play against? And that's from Dan.
Let's just against. This is my favourite to play against. See what didn't by the way. Can't think now. You've got any player you can't do who plays in your pace and play or doesn't no games with shins, plays in your pace. Always a fair square game and you get on the back room. I always enjoy playing.
He could change his pace from time to time, but he was when he first burst onto the scene, he was quick.
Yeah.
Just our first night, just say.
Just gives you a decent game, really, and you can get on in the back room with,
So as I mentioned, was he?
I've always got on well with Rod. I had good record against him. Was it empty? He always beat me on the floor. I've been on television a few times. He's one of them. He was like a Cliff Thorburn of darts, wasn't he? Grinder. Yeah. He was just used to hang in there, But he used to tell the truth, he used to beat Phil on the floor. And anybody else.
Right. So
he was in America, and Rob came out. Cool.
On Tuesday,
Take him out. 7
it's him. Yeah, it's kind of like one of the forgotten players. Off that.
Yeah,
he didn't see you here when it first started. I mean, obviously, you had the people that you had the fact like your John Walsh, you had Bristol, Blobs, 2-time World Match week. You don't win a title as prestigious as that by not being a great player. And It seems to be one of the forgotten.
He is. I think he had some sort of record. He won a lot of back in the BDO days. Something like 187 games he played without getting beat.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Do you look like was doing similar on TV so much? I saw a documentary yesterday that the Premier Leaders with 182 games on TV. There, yeah.
Well, it's not on TV.
Oh,
I think you can add them all up. I think like you said, games or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And in that era where it was shorter formats.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
It was good.
It was just one crack of the whip, best of 5 or stuff.
Yeah.
That's what prayer is. It's what tears on your chest.
That's it. That's it. So, Lee in Essex wants to know, what was your favourite venue to play darts?
Favourite venue, which a lot of people say is the Winter Gardens at Blackpool.
Yeah.
So got good acoustics. It's always warm in there because yeah. It's a great venue. You're up at the top, practice room up at the top balcony at the back there.
Yeah.
Everybody just enjoys playing there. Lovely big stage. It really is a good venue there.
And when you was playing, the walk-on was right up the middle. Yeah. Because now it's kind of like offset.
Yeah. We used to queue up right by the bar at the back. Walk up. Yeah.
So was that a good long walk then? So from where you was passing, was it?
You had to go from the top, in the top room, all the way around the balcony, down a flight of stairs, along another balcony, down another flight of stairs, and then to the middle there. Yeah, but it really was good there. Yeah, that's the best venue. The worst one was probably, on television ones, the early one, Earthly, the world champion.
Yeah.
It was ever so spoiled.
Yeah. It looked tight.
Yeah,
if you watched it on TV, it's like everyone's just on top of each other.
And the crowd are right up against the stage.
Yes.
And just off the players' family table right behind them. When you're playing, and you can hear them. I'll tell you, I don't know if Dennis Priest used to have his brother-in or son. They always had the same thing. Like, I don't know. When I'm playing Dennis, I mean, you hear his voice. Poor old Dennis. You never stick Dennis. Nice and heavy, Dennis. You've got it, Dennis. I won't do for a beer. He was right there. He never spoke. I'm not saying it as well. He never spoke while we were throwing.
No.
But always in with you, just ears. You understood? Yeah. He used to pray on you. Yeah, I tell you, another one was Wayne Mardell's dad. Oh, Billy.
Yeah.
Come on, Wayne. You go in, Wayne. Nice and heavy, Wayne. And God, what a juice.
It was a nice. I mean, when he was making them runs in the Lakeside Bowl Championships, and you saw Billy like dancing and stuff like that, when it says that, you knew where Wayne got his character from. He's like, flipped off the off block. And Wayne's looking really good nowadays.
He keeps yourself trim and he was born to do that, really. Yeah, I mean, he was a good player in his day. I think what we're getting on a different subject now, but Wayne, when Wayne beat Phil Taylor in the World Championship, then he lost to Kirk Shepherd.
Yeah,
thinking that didn't he? He dented him and he never came back.
No, that was the one. That was the could have, would have, should have.
Yeah.
Not for him, but I mean, he's transitioned to the microphone and in front of the camera. He's been great. I mean, you see like the internet people say, the combinations and stuff like that. But I think him and Rod Studd, him and Dan Dawson, and he's just with his experience of being a player, he just brings that.
Yeah, I think John Paul's very good. But
John,
very knowledgeable.
Yes,
Darren, they're very good. They got a good team there.
Yeah,
Chris Mason. Chris was a bit. At first, he was a bit rough and ready, but he's gone into it, and they're all good. They've got a right good team there. They have.
Was it something that you ever thought about doing? Not doing commentating,
but wouldn't ask me to do
No,
it. You must be joking. They wouldn't ask me. I'm the Antichrist when it comes to
the Antichrist of commentary, ladies and gentlemen. So, moving on. So we've got John in London. So, when you've played players who are naturally talented and you've got the players who do it because of the practice,
yeah.
do you tell the difference?
Yeah. Well, yes, you can tell the ones. When you've got to know someone, you can see they don't put a lot of effort in. You know, they can sit there having a joke and a drink and then just get up and play. Like the classic example is Steve Beaton. Steve Beaton, he just sort of sits there. You know, you never see him practice it, and he just gets up and 11, 12.
I was going to say Adrian Lewis, but that was all from my era. When I was young. I mean, when he was on song, as a natural player, it's unbelievable. Yeah. But now you see these players who have a natural talent for it, but now they're honing it in so much. And you look at Link Wesley, he's now got a few throws, or sometimes if one throw's not working,
He has. He's got a multitude of throws. He can hold it at the back of the dart, or he do a flatty if he wants. He is multi-talented. He's very good. Yeah.
Would you advise that for other younger players to have?
Well, you've got to apply your trade first, really. You've got to learn. You can't buy experience and you've got to go out and get it.
Yeah.
Which is what, only 19, and he's been going to everything since he was 14.
Yeah.
You've got to get that experience.
Yeah.
You've got to be in every scenario. You've got to be at bad venues, good venues. You've got to feel a bit down in the dumps. You've got to come through it all.
You've got to apply yourself to as many different pressures as possible.
Yeah.
So there you go, kids and people starting out. Go to everything.
Go to everything. Get it. You won't get no experience on the kitchen door. You've got to go out and get it.
That's it. Exactly that. So moving just a little bit onto equipment. Obviously, we've in the previous episode we said my favourite downs were jockey Wilson's and Apple. I mean, was you very specific with your setup, or when you were starting out, did you try everything and you honed in, or did you just go, no, that's what I want?
Yeah, when I was starting out, I used to have this big metal biscuit tin.
Yeah.
All full of old flight stems, different size stems. I mean, just because a stem is the same length, you get different weight ones as well, don't you? You get aluminium ones and hard plastic ones, but the bubble ones.
Yeah.
Different flights. Flights come in different weights as well. You have the self-adhesives, which are really heavy, and you've got the steel micron ones. Anyway, a biscuit tin full of stuff. I used to just constantly boom, all swapping around. And you've got to find that sweet spot with this, And and I've got something, and that's it. It seems to once something you find something works, you tend to stick with that. But you've got to go for that experimentation period. Don't just say, because they use his art stems and matches and long points. And, you've got to do your own.
You've got to do your homework.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously with academies and stuff that you've got them, don't change your darts, and then you've got people saying, try different darts.
Yeah.
It's what you can afford.
Yeah.
Initially. But if you get down to your base model in terms of your barrel, once you've honed in on that, you think, that's the right grip level, etc., then you can mess with the access for them. Then I mean, ideally, shaky changing comes like your Phil Taylor, who went through 3.
Yeah, he did. But his grip never changed, though, did it? He always had the same grip, but he changed. He went from a long, smooth, long barrel to a little, like a John Lowe sort of dart, didn't he?
Yeah. And still won multiple chances.
He got back to it. Yeah, he knew what made him.
Yeah, and sometimes you know when is the right time to change it.
Yeah.
I think there are some people who try it just because they can. Some people try it because they want to try and get that.
Find the extra 10%. Yes.
But it's a dangerous game, I must say.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, since I sort of dropped out, and I only played occasionally now, but I still like to. I'm very competitive still, and I tend to swap around a bit more like in weight than anything else. I know what barrel flight I want.
Yeah,
but I seem to change around. I mean, weight, but you just got to find what suits you.
So moving on. So obviously you've played on multiple TV tournaments, but what was your preparation for that? And did you feel the pressure when going into the venue, or was it when you was at the venue, or was it weeks before? What was your journey into them? Something but not a week before a big tournament.
Well, I'm going to. It's all throw the cat amongst the pigeons. I'm going to tell you how lazy dart players were back in the day. Phil really put the effort in, and you could tell. All of us, most of us, were just we'd learned how to play, and you used to kick your arm in. A lot used to play exhibitions and stuff like that, and that was counted as practice. Yeah. Very few people really put the effort in. They do today, The World Championships used to be at Christmas.
Yes.
PDC one.
Yeah,
just
after between Christmas and New Year.
PDC one just before Christmas, and the PDC one was maybe just before, and then New Year's Day, and then they'd have the main event.
Yeah.
Everybody would be in the practice room. This is true. And they say, I tried a dart 2 weeks, I've had a family there at Christmas. They've played since the 22nd or whatever.
Like one-upmanship, but the opposite way.
That's
That's one of the darts.
To the World Championships in front of dart for a week. That's how it was.
I mean, and in Phil's book, he was like, he used to say, I want to be the first person to hit a 180 of the new year. So, as soon as that, he was on the practice board.
Yeah.
I mean, that was his dedication, and that's why.
And that's when it'd be yours. It's as simple as that. And you could tell that even though Mr. Lickner and Mr. Humphreys are up there, they're maybe just a notch above everyone else at the moment, but everyone is on that par and on that plane. You can see they put such effort.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that top 16 at the moment, and you think, barring 2, I think anybody could beat anybody.
Anybody could beat any.
You had the UK Open recently. James Wade, I think he's due a major. The Wayne Wade.
Who's not renowned for his 100 averages. No, but he's finishing, and he's the bottle he's got. He
just seems to have found something.
Yeah,
last year, and I think last year going into this year, I think he's just found something there where I think there's another major potentially in James.
He's got he's definitely got the ability. I mean, he's a great. If I have to do a top 10 of, which I might do in the future, top 10 of like the greatest players ever, he'd be on that list.
Yeah. Is he the best? Is he not the best player never to win a world championship? I think. Or is he other names?
Definitely. Never to capture. Yeah. Best player never to win one. Yeah, definitely.
It's not the best nickname in the world.
No. You had Jimmy Watt. He's a Jimmy Watt at dark.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, because for some people, he's a bit Marmite. I love his attitude to the game.
He's hard work.
He is hard work. He can be hard work. I've seen it firsthand, but the fans love him, and he's what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And I do admire that in it. But he's a tremendous player. I think that UK Open, that was the first time he said there was not just one performance of plus average, there was multiple performances. And I think this, I've alluded to a couple of friends of mine, I think this could be the year where if he's going to win a major, it could be the worst.
Yeah.
Because I think the format in St James on Sunday, playing.
Yeah, all having breaks in between you.
Yeah, I think that's what me to the seal.
Yeah, see, but I think when you're over a certain age,
Yeah. But I think on something like a wall match play, where it's one day, he can be very dangerous.
My James week, I played James when I was on. I think it was only the second or third ever pro tour event. So I dropped out as they started coming on.
Yeah.
We had one at Eastbourne Open, and I had him in the second round, and he was like Andy James, his mate. So I he was still up. And he said to me, "You got to watch it. You watch it. He's only 90, I think, James. Yeah, you got James White on." I wasn't a fan particularly with it. Anyway, absolutely bullshit me. My fellow said, "Well done on that," and he went, "Well, it's typical James." I thought, well, yeah. I thought it would be harder. I thought, and he's always been the same percent.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, with my work in the media, it's like when it comes to the press conferences, it's like you don't have to ask the right question, but you definitely don't want to ask the wrong question. Because he'll let you know. He'll let you know. But again, I think you need them characters in darts. I mean, I think 10 years ago, I think there wasn't any characters in darts. Now, some of them have got something about them. I mean, I think that, the rivalry between the countries, you can see that, and they're making each other out of that. So, and I think let's bring in some personality into that again. And I think that's why you've got this big pyramid.
You have. Man, it's absolutely got married. It's got married.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So moving on, and John from Manchester. What was the best piece of feedback you've ever received from a player?
Well, I had Tommy Cox and Dick Alex, who were two of the co-founders.
Yeah.
And they both said I was going to win the World Championship. They both said it because I kept getting beat. I wasn't playing a game. I played. I had 102 average against Nick Manning in the World Matches. And I played Dennis Priestley the next minute. He was such a good player, solid player.
Yeah.
I believe he was a few times, but playing like a god there.
Yeah.
And he done me. It was a good game and he done me. And I was beside myself. I sat out the back, and it's not often I need 10 minutes to myself. I was in the corner and they come up and they both sit down. And you'll have one of these. You cook one of these in there. Send. But they were wrong.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But, and then I've had, I actually had a text yesterday of a bloke who follows me called Mark Shakespeare. And he said, "Will you send my boy something?" I sent him one of my mugs. I said, "It's about Floyd." So I had. And he said to his fault, thanks for that. So I've still got some fans out there somewhere. But
you're going to have a lot of fans. You're going to, because, I mean, as being a dart nerd, like, from a very young age, you see, and it was the flights that caught my eye because they were nothing like anything else, because they were metallic, but they had like gold to them. And,
I couldn't buy a metallic coin. I used to cut them down myself.
Right. It's a pair of scissors. Right. So did you have a template, or was it
just used to get an old pair of Floyd-shaped Floyd and hold them round it and cut round it.
Yeah. Well, number 3. So there was a guy in the video, and I cannot remember his name, but he used to cut him around 2 pence. He used to have, his name was a Cannonball. I can't remember his name. He made the lakeside a couple of times, but he just used to get a 2 pence piece and cut around, cut around there. And so it was
in round Floyds.
Yeah, and I've not seen them since because I was like, late to these, you did. Oh, yeah, 5 for Floyds, and 8 for White, yeah. So, but moving on, I've got another question here from Dan from Walkden. What was your biggest dance influences when you were starting?
Was jockey news. Jockey Dave B, young Johnny Wilson were our two heroes.
Was there a particular reason, or was it just like you liked their character on stage, or you just like the way they played?
Yeah, I just seen their natural ability. Just Jockey had their natural ability, and people would come out.
Yeah, that throw.
Yeah, oh, I was a bit statchy, but it was good, you know. I'm actually marking myself. I bought a set of Jockey Wilson darts. The white flights and the short stem. That's why I've always sort of stuck with the short stem. He always used to use them extra short stems. And
Yeah.
sort of hold the gun in his fist.
Yeah, but then it
roll it out.
Yeah.
Sort of roll it out. Yeah, and I actually, that's how I started off playing it. So I hold it white hands. I'm like, and all of a sudden it developed into that was the old Jockey Wilson there, you know. But there was something. And then I went when I played in London, in and around London. They sort of I went here in was in top a thing called the ATA Club underneath the block of flats. God, there was some talent in there. Yeah, I used to go for tournaments. I was about in the early 20s. I used to watch Dave Lynn play, and you know, just he used to sort of point to the floor first. Yeah, point to it, oh, it's so good. Even Scott Coleman. Yeah. Do you remember?
I remember the name, but
there was some talent down there, I tell you. There's never one in the island there.
Moving on to your action, I mean, his videos is like unorthodox throw.
Yeah.
And I'm using that in quotation marks. And I mean, your throw was one of the ones I just mentioned where you followed the guy down. How did that come about? Was that just a natural progression, or was it just?
In fact, I didn't realise how bad I was. I used to go. When I first started playing in the past, people used to come to Solvers to watch me. Like, I could think, what's in the, you know, I've been, I'm right up against. When I was playing really well, especially they used to cut round my flights. Yeah. Sometimes you have a sharp there. They used to cut your face.
Right.
Sometimes your face is bleeding. I must be playing well today then. Yeah. And it used to go that tight. It used to cut your face. And I can't think about that then. I just...
Because you came to the tournament that I ran last week, and I mean, I was ready to watch this one.
It's there. It's same position. I just don't go back as far, you know.
Yeah.
Even if I had my contact lenses in, I don't think I just couldn't play like that. Yeah. I mean, I've had to play one with my left eye. Obviously, I was obviously got a dominant left eye. Yes.
So was your sign position at that side, or would you just
straight on? I just sort of pull it back in. I'm surprised. I can't really remember now, but I suppose just looking at it one eye until I've let go of it.
So you didn't see the flight, Tom, did you? Because I was some back with the lines in the time, with the lines in the time of life. With that, something like, well, listen, Darcy, like that. Obviously, that didn't work.
No. I always used to like the Union Jack fly, so I don't like leery colours. I want luminous green and stuff like that. But, and then these players use 3 different colour flight, like red.
Yes, like that. You did a lot of it,
Then you like it,
and they do that. I always try them in a certain order. I know it's a bit of those. I mean, there's OCD, and then there's There's one guy he fight with some you have like coloured carols on the stems and stuff like that, and he has like 3 different colours and 3 different flights and 3 different. So I'm like, it's too Sheffield. It's super simple.
We used to go to America. I mean, America was we played a bloke once. And he had 3 sets of darts. He had guns, 2 sets of darts in his holsters and a set. And I said, I use these for the 20s. He said, I use these ones for the 19s, and I use these to look over a double.
I mean, I know round where you got the Manchester ball, you have players who have 2 sets of darts, one for London ball and one for Manchester ball. Because they say they need a heavier set for Manchester ball because it's made different.
Yeah. And then
Peter Rabbit was alluding to something of having a set of darts for trebles and then a set of darts for dubs, but I don't think he's ever done it. I mean, he swapped his darts from time to time, but and I know Alan Norris, he has like 4 sets on the go in a match. So he'll have his ace open because he says he wants his darts to be cold. So he has them on
like same darts, but just rotates them.
Just rotates them, yeah. So to the upper right, supposed to feel cold, yeah.
Warm. I sit with my darts in my hand. If I go to a tournament, I've never had a dart case. That's another revelation. I've never had a dart case.
If anyone wants to send his dart case, he can have his first one.
I used to go to America with me darts in my luggage. Never, ever.
So before, obviously, 9/11, when you was going through, just having in your pocket, so was it?
Yeah, in my pocket. Just used to have in your pocket. Well, you could get on airplanes with your darts in your pocket, but used to shove them in my case. I never took any equipment. If something broke, you used to deposit it off someone. Say, "Oh, you got a stem, or you got some rings you could lend me." I never used to say, "That's the truth." I mean, it sounds unbelievable.
Because it's like you have plays out on these sponsorship packages and stuff, and you get a certain amount of sets of the darts. It usually stems of flats. It's like unlimited unless they're using like the cave flector if they use it at premium product.
Yeah. Just from them they're all those solid white stems. There's no particular manufacturer to them, but everyone used to sell them.
Like deflector quick.
That's it.
Yeah.
And put a ring on them.
Yeah.
You'd have them for 8 months. You'd have that set of stems. They'd never, ever break or bend.
Do you think there's been problems created to then manufacture the next evolution, like Robin Hoods and stuff? Because I don't remember too many Robin Hoods like back in the 90s. You know what I mean? It's very rare occurrence.
Yes. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they kept talking about Robin Hoods, and then you were seeing them born, but then they went, "Oh, there's a report." A Japanese company will bring out all in one stem, or 2 separate pieces, but they've got the crevice over the stem. And do you think they create problems in their marketing, or because I don't think that was just too good, back in the day?
Yeah, I think a lot of them are trying to cure a problem that isn't there.
Yeah.
They're trying to invent a gimmick that doesn't need inventing some of the time, And used to get a lot of Robin Hoods with me. I think a lot of players used to use them aluminium.
Yes.
Titanium.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of Robin Hoods with them. There's that thing that used to bend.
Yeah.
And then you just bite it back in.
I've got a
bike used to
pull it off. I've got a chip suit from whatever. But yeah, I mean, I've always, like when I first started, you had the slick sticks.
Yeah,
very
good. They were, but I couldn't take to them, but they were good. Yeah.
Well, it was a length that wasn't like any other length.
Yeah,
but they did that with a lot of the years. If you put a regular nylon stem up to a unicorn, that's sort of like hold a tall weight. Yeah, but a unicorn stem, you really feel that.
Yeah,
that's how you get your customers. And
It's just, at the moment, these some Korean and Japanese manufacturers and stuff. It's I mean, and they know how to charge for it and all, but I must admit, these solid all-in-one flights, they're very good. They do lie. They're 12, 13 quid a set, but you will get a couple of months out of them.
Yeah.
But they don't, there's not enough variety. What they call short is our medium.
Yes. Yeah, their terminology. So they have short, intermediate, short, medium, and long.
Yeah.
But long is actually what we would have as medium.
Yeah.
So for someone starting out, you've got to know all the different terminologies. It's slightly.
And they don't do enough shapes for me either. They definitely don't do a coin. They don't do a coin. That's what I use. No, they can do that.
Get onto it, guide shapes, like that. Target, we'll take payment of that for. So obviously you was on tour for a long time, but what was the hardest part about being on the professional tour?
Affording it. I had a few sponsors, people helping me out where they could, or but it was you couldn't really. It wasn't so much affording it. You couldn't really break even after some. You couldn't. It was. It did win. It did win a bowl. Yeah, it was very hard. Very hard. Everybody used to split money, and and then people used to take advantage, and people. It was a bit like the Wild West out there, you know. And the art of it was affording it, getting the time off work, working it.
Was you self-employed or was you working?
I was working. I've done hundreds of jobs, or used to do a bit of both really. Working for someone. I worked with a plasterer, my mate, plasterer Fred. Fred. I worked for him for a good few years, and I don't mind working. It's just time off work, affording it.
Yeah,
but I just loved it. I just wouldn't swap it for the world, really. Those early days were like. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Did you know you was part of something special when you was doing it? Because, or was it just another day? Now,
after a while, you knew that. Yeah, the BDO had its day. It was like some big dinosaur that was due to go. You know. Obviously, they were going to go out kicking and screaming with that big court case.
Yeah,
but you knew the PDC was the future, and whether Barry Earn came along, and it's right really, and he said there's going to be no free rides. You've got to earn your place, and it was right. It's how it should be. Yeah, then the standard goes up.
Yes,
because if you keep giving people free rides and because his face fits and he's been around for years. It just stagnates, you know, and it's exactly what he's done. You know, obviously a few, including me and a few others, might have to fall the wayside, you know. But you've been the trailblazer. Unfortunately, the rewards, but that's how it goes. And he's done the right thing. No free rides. Earn your place, earn a fortune.
Yeah,
simple as that.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to finish on this section of the Q&A. Shayne, it's been a tremendous pleasure.
Brilliant. Thank you.
We'll forward to the next one.